Alright, how you doing, Cody? Okay. This is bench press. It is a upper body and lower body lift, so it's a total body lift, and that's because while you're benching, you're also trying to incorporate your legs, which will help you get more lift. On a 1 to 10 scale, this lift will probably be a 7. It's not too difficult, but you're really going to make sure you have the technique down before you add any weight. Body parts used, it's focused on the upper body, so it's mostly your pecs, your postman, your deltoids, and your biceps and your triceps, but it's also incorporating your quads if you get your leg drop. So he's going to start out the lift by he's going to lay flat on his back and he's going to line up his eyes with the bar.
He's going to press his shoulder blades together to push up his chest to make the bar closer to his chest.
He's going to make sure his hands are equal distance from the middle of the bar. It's probably going to be close to this little rivets in the bar. And the wider your hands are, the less of a distance the bar has to go. So he's going to lift up the bar, and he's going to make sure the bar comes straight down just below his pecs. And he's going to explode up. Some of the keys you can use are tighten your shoulder blades, which is going to lift up your chest. Or a good cue is also to push back your legs, or tighten your legs. This cue is probably the most effective because people often forget that legs are part of this lift and they make a huge difference in your weight. The difference between someone who uses their legs and doesn't, the weight difference is huge. So always tell someone to tighten their legs and they'll be able to do a lot more. This movement, when you're first learning this lift, you should start with the empty barbell like we have here. This is so when you're learning the technique and you don't quite have it down yet, you won't injure yourself. And also you want to make sure you have the technique perfect so when you put weight on, it's safer and you're able to do more. The better your technique, the more you'll be able to lift. This lift is really good if you have a slow lower and then an optional pause at the bottom. The more weight, the less likely you'll be able to pause. But then the most important part is the explosion up. You always have to have a fast raise as fast as possible. This lift works good in high reps or low reps. This lift is really effective in high reps. If you're at a lower to medium weight, this could be your reps like 12, and this is trying to work on muscle endurance. This is also good in low reps if you're trying to max out or doing a very high weight. This is at reps like 1 or 3, and this is working on muscle strength and speed of the bar. You can lift more than once a week. We lift twice, so you can even lift 3 times. And this is just to make sure you're not overworking the muscles, but you definitely want to constantly be working this lift. And this lift is very effective in transferring to athleticism. It helps in sports such as football when you're firing out, or it can even add yards to swing in golf.
Here's an example of a lift with weight on there, and we're going to have a spotter. It's always important that you have a spotter in order to make sure that you're staying safe. The spotter also helps you get the bar on and off of the J-hook. And he's also there to help coach you and make sure that your technique is keeping you safe. So Riley's going to start the lift, and Colin's going to be behind him, watching, making sure he can easily do the weight. He's also going to be coaching him up, giving him cues, such as tightening the core, keeping his shoulder blades together, and doing the leg drive. After the set's complete, Colin, as the setter, is going to help Riley get the bar back on the J-hooks. It's important to always have a spotter because one day you may be able to do one weight, and then the next time you lift, you may not be able to get that, so you always want to make sure that you're staying safe.